What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the TJR Auto channel. My name is Tyler, and in today's video, we're going to start playing with the custom hood on the GTO. For anybody who missed the last video, we got the bumper repaired, we got these beautiful GTO GTA SAP grills in, and we also got the headlights, fog lights, and some side markers restored and slapped into this front bumper. Now, most of this wraps up the issues that the front end of this car has, but the hood is the final and the most dreadful thing by far. And as you can see right here, we have a beautiful hefty trash bag covering the air filter that pokes right through the hood. So I have a solution for this problem. And my solution to this problem is a hood scoop that obviously doesn't fit very well. So we need to make it fit well. So first things first, if I put the hood scoop kind of where I want it, so right there, we're just about at the back of the hood, and here we're hanging off a little bit. One way or another, there's got to be some trimming done. Where these scoops or these vents sit, they're actually, they go underneath this. They stick down past further than we need them to. And they're hitting the air filter, so obviously it's holding up the scoop from the hood. So what I think we're going to do is cut out these vents, because if I leave the vents one way or another, there's still going to be water getting on the air filter. So then this whole thing is just useless, right? It pretties up how water is going to be getting into the air filter. So I figure we'll cut these little scoops out and we'll glass these over so that this is basically just like a fancy looking cowl hood. That should give us enough clearance to be able to basically put this on here and it not hit the air filter. So let's get these things cut out. Alrighty, folks, well, this is the point that I kind of stopped at last night. Took a lot of on and off the car and a lot of cutting and trimming to get it even to this point, and we still have a lot more to go. So obviously, as you can tell, it is screwed onto the hood. This pretty much is where the scoop is going to, spend the rest of its life. But I kind of messed up by where I put these self-tappers into the hood. Isn't really much of a concern. I can fix the holes. I'm not worried about the holes. It's more so the fact that the edge of it might be kind of hard to tell, but the edge of this hood scoop is actually kind of flared upwards away from the hood. So what we need to do is a lot more cutting and trimming to basically get it to sit more flat on the hood, so that when we go to do the body work, it'll actually be a nice transition. It won't be, crazy up and then have to go down. It'll look like shit. So definitely need more cutting and trimming on the sides. The front, I kind of butchered up just to get this thing to be sitting on the car last night. I had to cut into the body line on each side. This one, actually, I didn't cut enough, and I started to crack the fiberglass. But you can even see here just how thick this is up here. This is basically just like a shit ton of resin. There is a very thick lip here, is like doubled up, that I ended up cutting off. So I would like to thin this out here so this can actually sit flatter. This stuff we're going to have to work later on. But I would like to kind of trim up the sides and get it sitting better. A big problem I ran into was, and I don't know if it was like this before or not, but as soon as I cut the scoops out and I went to actually start test fitting it, I realized that this kind of dipped down here. So right now, I actually have a piece of 2x6 sitting here and sitting here. You might be able to, yep, there she is. Just to kind of hold it at a, keep it flat when I screwed it in, so we can kind of lock in the shape that we're going to be going for, which essentially is this. Before it was kind of dipping down. Now at least it's sitting nice and flat across. But like I said, we have a lot more cutting and trimming to do. This whole area is making contact with the hood, so we can get away with trimming this back a pretty good bit. I'll probably end up taking at least an inch off of both sides, and that's going to give us plenty of surface area to bond the scoop to the hood. But like I just said about the issue with this kind of dipping down, I can't just pull the scoop off and fix this area here. What I think I'm going to have to do is basically prep this, hole, and then do the fiberglass work with it screwed onto the hood of the car so that it keeps the shape that we want while we're fixing this area. If I do this off the car, it's not going to be the correct shape, and I don't really have any nice ways to make like a jig or something to keep it in shape. If anything, maybe I'll pull the hood off the car to actually do the fiberglassing work on here, just so I'm not dripping it on the intake filter. I don't know. But basically, it's going to have to come off a couple more times to get it trimmed up better, and we can keep on chugging. So after a bunch more sanding to the bottom side, basically like where the scoop will be glued to the hood, I tried flattening a lot of those areas out, and it definitely fits a lot better than before, but we still are having a little bit of the issue where it kind of wants to curl up, and I think we're just going to have to live with it to some degree. But now I would like to try getting this fiberglass patch done tonight, and then hopefully be able to get this thing glued in this video, glued down to the hood. So I used this like aluminum foil tape kind of as like a backing. I'm hoping that the fiberglass and the resin won't stick to it. What I want to try to do is I might as well try like a little area. So I'll probably end up trying the side, like this area here, kind of build like a little bit of a ledge with fiberglass and see if I can get it to stick to the the scoop itself. I tried sanding it down with some 60 grit, did it by hand as well as the orbital, and then I cleaned it really good with alcohol. So hopefully something will stick to that. But I figure I'll build some ledges on the sides, and then that'll give me a nice spot to be able to lay actual pieces over to fill this whole gap. So let's see what happens. Alrighty, folks. Well, I think we're going to be cutting this video a little bit short, and this is going to be the stopping point for today. I would like to go further, and I think I said it in a previous clip. Ideally, I would have liked to have all the fiberglass work actually done today, but I may or may not have eyeballed all of the measurements when I was mixing the resin with the hardener. So I ran out of hardener, and I have a little bit of resin left over. So ordered some more hardener. That is coming in tomorrow, but this video needs to be up tomorrow. So this is we're kind of dead in the water until I get more hardener to be able to lay more fiberglass. But I ordered more fiberglass. I also ordered more resin and hardener as well separately. So I should definitely be able to have enough material on here that it should be sturdy, just like the rest of the scoop. Once I started actually trying to fit the scoop to this hood, I found out just how poor of quality this scoop is. Now, this is like an eBay style, I think like a ZL1 scoop or something like that. I got off Facebook Marketplace for like $100. All right, let's put that out there. I got this a while ago. It was cheap, decently cheap for what it is. And, you'll win some, you'll lose some. Not the highest quality, but I am pretty happy with the amount of trimming and, sanding I had to do on the back edges to kind of thin it out to where it's going to be glued to the hood. I think it's actually not bad looking. Now, it is still very rough, obviously. Still needs a lot more work into this project. I've never played with fiberglass, and I've never done a project like this, so really, this entire thing is just a learning experience as a whole. For me, maybe for some of you guys as well. It might be, you might be learning how to do it or how not to do it. But if you guys do want to see the continuation of this little mini series, I guess this is, be sure to check out next week's video. As long as one of the cars don't break, we should be focusing on the hood, which is nice because I would like to not have to put a trash bag over the GTO's intake every single time that rain is forecasted. So with that being said, that is where we're going to be wrapping up today's video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I truly do appreciate it. And like I said, there's going to be plenty more content on this hood. So if you guys want to see some more content on this, or if it's just about the GTO, the truck, or the 5-speed marquee, please make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. And also, if you guys enjoyed today, maybe drop a little like, drop a little comment, give your boy some love. But anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning into today's video. I truly do appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.